You introduced me to the Matrix. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
But
I don't doubt that it's true.
You there was a party.
Yeah.
It was a. I think. How old were we in 1999?
Scene 3, shot.
Yep, okay, now this is where we have to replay this AVI file that we made.
Took us forever.
Yeah, it did.
With my help. Wait, could I just show the people at home what we use? Isn't that cute? It is so cute.
Danny, not.
It's a videotape.
We were 12 to 13.
So we were 12 to 13. So it would have been.
We were tweens.
It might have been a 13th party, and at this party, you were basically telling me all about this film that you watched that you wouldn't tell me anything more about, except it was the Matrix.
Origins of Dan and Mitch, right here, folks.
Yeah. So you were basically, I watched this really cool movie. It was absolutely fantastic. You got to check it out. I'm like, what about it? And the only thing you'd say is there's this cool scene where this guy wakes up and he's like, my eyes hurt, and then Morpheus goes.
Well, that could have been Dark City.
Yeah, because you've never used them before.
I said that.
You said that.
I started with that.
That was all. That's all you said. You wouldn't tell me anything more about it. You said you have to go and watch it.
Yeah.
This food needs a lot of work.
What are you doing?
Your muscles have atrophied. We're rebuilding them.
Why am I, sir?
You've never used them before.
Hey, and welcome to the Dan and Mitch Show. He's Dan.
And here's Mitch.
And today, we're remembering the Matrix.
Ooh, the Matrix.
Because it was bound to happen at one point.
Oh, we love the Matrix.
We do.
Well, spoiler
Yes, we
alert,
do.
They've already now known.
Well, the kids of the 90s. We were definitely into the Matrix, even though it was the 99, the last possible year of the 90s.
That's true.
This guy calls me
I did.
today, and he goes, hey, Mitchell, I've got a fantastic idea. I've got a pitch to you for fixing the Matrix.
I didn't say fixing the Matrix.
Yeah, you did.
Why would I want to fix the Matrix? The Matrix is great.
You want to fix everything, Danny?
No.
Yeah?
No, let me
Everything...
set the record straight. I'm part of a little nerd group with me and a couple of my friends.
Okay.
And we talk about little nerd things here
Like
and
the
there.
Matrix.
Like the Matrix. And my good friend Kieran, shout out Kieran, how are you going?
Hello.
Amazingly talented artist, musician in his own right and writer.
All right.
He put up on this, on a little group that in the world of reboots and remakes and sequels and prequels and all the rest of it, what form could the Matrix take? Could it be rebooted? Could it be sequeled? Could it be prequeled? What does that look like?
Could it be?
And I thought
just
I want
left
to talk about
alone
Mitch
to die
because I know you love the Matrix.
Loves it.
So I just thought let's talk a little bit about the Matrix and let's maybe try and
let's fix it. Is that what you're saying? Let's tweak it.
Definitely.
Danny's got his tweak hat on and he wants to fix it.
No, well, I mean,
You wanted to fix Batman vs Superman.
That's true.
And you tried, but you didn't release the episode.
That's true. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically pitch how to fix Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Ooh, tall order. So Batman vs Superman remains unfixed.
Correct. I wrote a full kind of detailed walkthrough. I've given you a copy.
Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, wow. How lovely. Have you seen this? This is like a full essay.
Well, it's only a couple of pages. So, before we start getting into that,
Jan says you have to fix the episode. But that movie was last year. People have moved on. But they haven't moved on from The Matrix because The Matrix is forever.
I don't want to fix The Matrix. I think the first film is one of the best films I've ever seen.
It was top. It was top
it
stuff.
Still remains in my top 20 films.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh,
I think
wow.
it's a fantastic
Top
action
20.
film. It's a fantastic science fiction film. The Matrix, for me, like it served really as like an introduction to like kind of more heavy sci-fi away from Star Wars.
Yeah.
It was the first time I really kind of embraced that kind of genre, I feel like. And
Yeah.
it really, it's just cemented the kind of films that I would love and watch. And I feel like it really kind of carved out that niche, which would go on to serve Blade, which would go on for...
Well, Blade came first in to be fair.
Oh, really?
Yes, it did. It
No.
came out in 97 or something.
Oh
I'm
my
pretty sure.
God.
Can we get a fact check on that, Terry?
Blade came out in 98, so it was the year before.
98. It just
Okay.
squeaked right in there.
So maybe Blade helped inform Matrix.
I think maybe. Well, the Matrix was... the Wachowski brothers, or sisters... No, the brothers at the time, sisters
at the
now.
time,
Yeah. They were influenced by Dark City. You know, that one by...
I thought they came out at...
Progus? Alex Progus? The
Alex
director?
Proyas.
Proyas?
I thought those movies came out at the same time. Or was Dark City...
No, Dark City was before. It was it heavily influenced the Wachowskis
only
to
the
do
year
Matrix.
before. It was only released the year before.
Yeah, I know they were very very close.
Yeah,
like there's tons of scenes that like shots that are very similar. If you
And
go
a lot
back,
of
like the green door scene.
Murdoch, stop!
And a lot of the kung fu fighting was obviously heavily influenced by a lot of the kung fu films and the wire combat fight, where
and Bowfinger, like, that scene at the end.
Stop it.
Yeah.
But like for me, the problem with the sequels is that the movie was very kind of character driven, and it was all about it was quite contained.
Yeah, it was.
And then there was that kind of flying scene at the end. Spoiler alert.
No, but that was fantastic. That was a
I like it.
Yeah, that's good.
That's what I'm like.
We're in agreement.
Oh,
that was
great.
Yeah.
And the sequel just kind of took it in this like weird superhero-esque thing where he was basically
it had a different
Superman.
agenda, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking, really. I mean,
it just got a little cartoony. It got a little.
I think it started
caricature.
sequelitis before sequelitis became a thing, right?
Well, no, because you've got Jaws, you've got Die Hard, you've got Lethal
that's
Weapon.
True.
Some of those sequels are actually.
You've always had
relatively good.
sequelitis.
Sequelitis has been a very big thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like that. Actually, to agree with you.
What about prequelitis?
Well, that's a Star Wars. Star Wars started that. That sequelitis in the modern kind of franchise, I feel like maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Because this was really before that Pirates of the Caribbean. This was really before, the superhero franchises. This was before the Fast and the Furious franchises. Like, I feel like maybe this was like your first modern big kind of like throw in lots of sequels that were successful because those two films were filmed back to back. But then again, if we start looking at it and pulling it back, Back to the Future did that as well. Would you do anything with the brand?
Well, if I...
Right.
Right.
Okay. Hi, my name is Warner Brothers.
Hello, I'm Mitch.
Nice to meet you, Mitch.
What have you been
Here's
up to?
the Matrix. What do you want to do with it?
Well, Warner Bros., we're going to reboot the Matrix, and we're not going to fall down the rabbit hole of the sequels where it got all philosophical and all that kind of superhero hoo-ha. We're going to keep it nice and simple, good, clean storyline. Let's make it center around revenge. Okay,
so you want to? So you're making a revenge movie.
A revenge movie. We're going to start with. We're still going to have Keanu Reeves.
Of course.
And let's say he gets his car stolen, and then that puts into motion, like a bunch of Agent Smith badasses that kill his dog. All right. So from that point on, stay with me, Danny. Stay with me, Danny. So from that point on, he teams up with the legendary Jeff Daniels from Dumb and Dumber.
Wait, can I pause you for a second? Does Keanu
Yes, Warner
Reeves,
Brothers.
Neo, does he have a beard in this scene, in this movie?
How did you know? Of course he would. That's what's in at the moment.
And did you mean he teams up with Willem Dafoe?
No, he doesn't team. Why would he team up with Willem Dafoe?
I know, that's who he teams up with in John Wick.
What's John Wick? He takes on the entire mafia family led by Dennis Hopper.
I think it's gonna be a very pretty
But because he's dead, we're gonna have to actually get someone to play the late great Dennis Hopper. But because it's the Matrix, that can happen.
Now, I'm going to come up with maybe a...
You can come up with something more coherent than that, Daddy.
I don't think that's going to be hard. Here's my pitch.
It's been creative.
Here's my pitch.
Yeah.
I would like to see... Because I don't necessarily want to contradict the movies.
Yeah.
I feel like the movies are fine in their own right,
What?
in their own place. I don't like the sequel, but I like the original and I like the world it created.
Yeah.
What I would like to do is actually do a Netflix-style series, a TV series.
Oh, that could be interesting.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, and I want it set. I want the first scene. And again, we're looking at 13-episode seasons here.
Yeah.
I want the first episode to be about
an origin story.
A young Morpheus.
Oh, I like it.
So he's learning about the Matrix in a similar way to Neo did, but instead of like 15 minutes later, he's doing this is the Matrix. I want like the first season, or at least the first half of the season, to be him figuring it all out.
Yeah.
And starting to understand.
So Morpheus is the protagonist in this Netflix series.
And
who's going to play Morpheus?
Michael B. Jordan, because I just want him in everything.
All right, yeah, I'll take it.
I don't know who would play him, but yeah, so this is so as far as a young Morpheus. So the first season will be all about him, and right at the end of the season, maybe that's when he kind of meets an agent the first time.
Oh, an agent.
So it's kind of they're avoiding agents.
So
altogether.
a young Hugo Weaving. He looks young already. We can just slap him in the film and just.
And the
you're
series,
smiling at me like I'm going to derail you, but I'm not. I'm not, Denny.
The series would be called Nebuchadnezzar.
The Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah, Nebuchadnezzar.
How do you spell it?
The agents are constantly the big bad that they can't defeat.
Yeah.
And constantly they're trying to, free people or find the right people. And the whole thing is all about Morpheus learning about the prophecy. Okay, so you can also have a lot of issues with Zion. So let's keep that. Zion stuff. No, bear with me.
Zion. No one likes Zion. Smelly old Zion with all the dancing.
So I would pretty much be like season 2. I'd start in Zion, and I'd leave Zion by the first episode. Okay, so you'd still have it there. It would kind of like it would birth every new season. You'd have the new season with Zion, and it's this empty kind of desolate place. But you're not having those raves and those parties. They're trying to free people, but they can't. So the whole problem is that maybe there's only like 100 people or 90 people who are free. Then you've got all about him learning about this prophecy and finding out that it's important.
So what is the prophecy?
You'd be introduced to Trinity for the first time as like maybe she's a teenage girl because she's obviously much younger than Morpheus. And my big pitch is 10 years, 10 seasons. In the final season, Morpheus finds someone called Neo and he says, "I found the one."
Top stuff. I would definitely watch the first episode. I wouldn't watch the second season because Zion's in it.
Yeah, you'd start.
What you've got to understand, Danny, is the Matrix is a system, and that system is their enemy. I mean, you've got to think of teachers, lawyers, carpenters. They're the very minds of the people that we're trying to save. But until they do, they're still a part of that system, and that's what makes them their enemy.
That's what makes them our enemy?
Oh, I don't know. I've fudged that, haven't I?
A little bit. But that's fine. I still like the Mitchell.
Thank you. Thank you,
so
Danny.
that's it. That's me not fixing, but pitching.
Pitching a Matrix.
Pitching a Matrix. Final thoughts?
Well, I think the sequels, which would inevitably be movies spun from the very popular Netflix series, would be spelled M8 tricks. Matrix, because you got to make it contemporary for the kids.
That's terrible.
Yeah. And
that's also super weird and Australian in a weird way where it's...
Matrix. Hashtag Matrix. It's going to catch on. It's going to catch on.
That's all I have to say.
That's all I've got to say as well.
Fine. Well...
Good.
See you next time.
Yeah. Mitch out.
Fine.
Subscribe if you like.
Please do.
Yeah, why not?
Now, for the people at home to see me. Hello! I gotta go now. Hey Mitchell.
Hey Dan.
You setting up the next shot?
Yep.